I'm back today. I'm going to read Joshua 21 to 24, Judges 1 to 5, Proverbs 12, and Psalm 78. No, 16. Then the heads of the father's house of Levites came to Elzah the priest and to Joshua son of Nun, and to the heads of the father's house of the people of Israel. And he said to Meshua in the land of Canaan, and the Lord commanded Moses that we be given cities to dwell, and with the pestilence of livestock. And by command of all people, Israel gave to leaders the following cities and pestilence out of the inheritance. And the Lord came out of the clans of Kohath. So those Levites who had sons of Aaron the priest, received by law, and the tribe of Judah, Simeon and Benjamin, 13 cities, and the rest of the Kohath received by law from the clans of the tribe of Ephraim, from the tribe of Dan, from the half-tribe of Manasseh, 10 cities. And Gershonites received by law from the clans of the tribe of Isaac, from the tribe of Asher, from the tribe of Naphtali, from the half-tribe of Manasseh and Bashan, 13 cities. The Merarites according to the clans received from the tribe of Reuben, tribe of Gad, and tribe of Zebulun, 12 cities. The cities and the pestilence of people of Israel gave lot to the Levites as the Lord commanded us. All the tribe of the people of Judah and the tribe of the people of Simeon, they gave the following cities mentioned by name, which one to its sons Aaron, one of the clans of Kohath who belonged to the people of Levi, since the Lord fell to his. They gave them Cutham and his Hebron, and helped to Judah, along with the pestilence around it. And they filled the city and its villages. They then gave the king son of Jephunneh his possession, and to his sons and the priest they gave Hebron, the city of refuge from Manasseh, and his pestilence. Hashel was pestilence, Jotiah was pestilence, Eshtamoa was pestilence, Holland was pestilence, Debir was pestilence, Nehemiah was pestilence, Nehemiah was pestilence, Ishmael was pestilence. Manasseh had these two tribes. Another tribe of Benjamin, Dimeh was pestilence, Gad was pestilence, Anathoth was pestilence, Almah was pestilence, 4 cities. The cities and the sons of Aaron, and the priests and all 13 cities their pestilence. And so the rest of the Kohath belonged to the Kohath clans of Levi. The cities belonged to them, out of the tribe of Ephraim. So they were given Shechem, the city of refuge from Manasseh, the pestilence. So Hell country Ephraim, Gaza was pestilence, gave Zerah the pestilence, Bethlehem the pestilence. 4 cities, out of the tribe of Dan, Al-Jacob was pestilence, Gibbethon was pestilence, Ijal was pestilence, Gathrim was pestilence, 4 cities. Out of the half-tribe Manasseh, Tanak was pestilence, and Gathrim was pestilence, 2 cities. The cities of tribe, clans of the rest of the Kohath were in all, 10 in all with their pestilence. And to the Gershonites, one of the clans of the Levites were given over the half-tribe of Manasseh, Gol and Bashan with pestilence. The city of refuge from Isaiah and Beach Terror with his pestilence, 2 cities. And tribe of Isaac and Kishon with pestilence. Dabarath with pestilence, John with his pestilence, and Gurnim with pestilence, 4 cities. And tribe of Asher, and Ishmael with pestilence, and Abdon with pestilence, Helketh with pestilence, and Rachel with pestilence, 4 cities. And tribe of Naphtali, Kedesh and Galilee with pestilence, city of refuge of Manasseh. And multiple into this pestilence, and Carter with pestilence, 3 cities. The cities of several clans of Gershonites, and all 13 cities their pestilence, and to the rest of the Ammonites, and the Merarites clans were given on the tribe of Zebulun. Rockneyam with pestilence, Carter with pestilence, Dimon with pestilence, Nahalal with pestilence, 4 cities. On the tribe of Reuben, Beer with pestilence, Jahaz with pestilence, Kedemoth with pestilence, Mephiath with pestilence, 4 cities. And on the tribe of Gad, Ramoth and Gil with pestilence, the city of refuge of the Manasseh, Mahanaim with pestilence, Heshel with pestilence, Jazer with pestilence, 4 cities in all. As for the cities of the several Merarites clans, and the remainder of the clans of Levi that belonged to them were in all 12 cities. The cities of the Levites were the basic possession of the people of Israel, and all 48 cities their pestilence. The cities each has pestilence around, so it was with all these cities. As the Lord gave to Israel all the land they swore to give to their fathers, and he did take protection of their enemies out there. And the Lord gave them rest on every side, so he was sworn to their fathers. Not one of their enemies had withstood them. No, the Lord gave all their enemies into their hands. Not one word of all good promises the Lord made to have to Israel had them. And all came to pass, and at that time Joshua summoned the Reubenites, and Gad and half-tribe Manasseh, and he said to them, "You kept all that Moses said, and the servant of the Lord commanded you, and my voice. You know, commanded you shall have not forsaken their vows these many days. The answer is very late. They're being careful to keep the charge of the Lord your God. And the Lord your God is giving rest to your blood, so you promised it. Therefore turn and go to your tents in the land where your possession lies. These Moses the servant of the Lord gave you on the outside of the door. And be very careful to observe the covenant of the Lord that Moses the servant of the Lord commanded you. And they will love the Lord your God and the soul in all his ways, and they will keep his commandments, according to him and serve him with all your heart with all your soul. So Joshua blessed them and sent them away. And they went to tents. Now to the one half of the tribe of Manasseh, Moses given up possession in Bashan, and to the other half Joshua given up possession. And the other side they had brothers, then the land was to John, and then Joshua sent them away to Hebron Bashan. And he said to him, "Prepare to accept very much wealth and very much livestock, and silver, gold, bronze, and with very much gold. And divide the spoil your enemies about, so the people were and the people began the half-tribe Manasseh returned home. Hiding from the people is like here, which in the land came to go to the land, and then which they possessed themselves like command of Lord their Moses. And they came to Jerusalem and John, as the land came. people ruin the people good, hard to mess about them, alter bad doing, alter the person close. And the people is our head said, behold, the people ruin the people good, and the hard to mess up built the alter the frontier okay. And there is no man the John and the son that belongs to the people is and the people is our head, the whole assembly of the people. Is our gather feel out to make war against it, and the people is all. In a sense, the people were rude, they made the people and people getting a hard time message. And then they go, Tony is the son of a lot of peace. One of them 10 chase one from his trouble families is 8 one, and then the people get in the hard time message. And then again, they said to them, thus is all congregation law. What is breach of faith that you have committed against the God is 10 away this day from falling the law, by being installed and all to this day and rebelling against the law. Have we not had an offer of the sin appeal, and would even, yet we have not cleansed ourselves, and for which there came a plague upon the congregation. You too must turn away to stay from following the law. If two rebel against the Lord today, then tomorrow he will be angry with the whole congregation of Israel. Yes, now, if the land of your possession are unclean, also go into the Lord's land where the Lord's tabernacle stays. Take for yourselves the possession among us. Then do not rebel against the Lord, make yourselves rebels, building for yourselves an altar other than the altar of the Lord of God. Do not reckon the sons there, I break faith in the man of greater things. Wrathful upon the congregation of Israel. They did not perish from man for his iniquity. And the people grew, and the people again, the hard time master, and then to the heads of families is the mighty one God the Lord, the mighty one God the Lord, who knows and knows out softly. If there is a rebellion and breach of faith against the Lord, we do not spare us to, if we burn it out to turn away from following the Lord. And if we do so, it's offer burnt offerings, great offerings, peace offerings, may the Lord take place, and know that we did it in from fear that time. To come here, try and make it say turn. And if you to do as the Lord, the God of the Lord is made, the join the bound between us. Then you people room and people again. You get portion of the Lord, so you tell my make a turn cease to worship the Lord. Therefore we say, let now burn not for burnt offering, not for sacrifice. As you witness between us and you, and between our generations after us. Now we do perform the service of the Lord within his presence, and with our burnt offering, sacrifice, peace offerings. So your soul will not say to your children in time to come. If no portion of the law, we thought they should be said to us for descendants in time to come. You should say, behold, the copy of the altar of the Lord, and it's our Father's name. Not for burnt offerings, nor for sacrifice, but do witness between us and you. Far be from us, then we who rebel against the Lord, turn away today from following the law by building an altar for burnt offering, rain offering, and sacrifice, other than the altar of the Lord of God, the strength for the tabernacle. And finish the priest and the chiefs of the congregation. The heads of families of Israel with them heard the words of the Lord, respected. And then people were and people gathered, and people met to speak. It was good in their eyes, and these songs was on the priest. So people were and the people gathered. And there was people were massive. They knew neither the Lord and now most because he had not committed his priest to faith against the Lord. They delivered the people from the hill of the Lord. And Phoenix saw the elves of the priest. And the chiefs returned from the people room, and people gathered the land until land came. The people were returned, and brought back words, and the report was good in the eyes of people Israel. People Israel blessed and blessed with God and speaking no more, and making war and just show the people room, the people gathered were so. People room, the people gathered were called the altar witness. All they say is a witness between us that the Lord is God. A long time after, and the Lord gave rest to Israel from all the surrounding areas. And this was all the events of the years. Joshua son of the Lord's eyes, and his heads, his judges, and officers, and said to him, I am now all in well events of these. He seen all of the Lord God's unto all his nation for his say. Yes, the Lord your God is God, and therefore free. However, the Lord to you is an inheritance, food, tribes, those nations that are about me. All the nations I have already cut off. The John too great, seeing the west. The Lord God will push them back there before you and drive them against them. And shall possess the land, just the Lord God promise you. Therefore be very strong to keep them to do all that in the book of the law knows. And sacrament you to right hand or to left. They may not mix with these nations, but many among you, or make mention of the names of their God to swear to. Also bear by them also have not bowed down to. They shall cling to the Lord your God as you have done to this day. The Lord is doing now before you great strong nations. And I see no man has been able to stand before you to this day. One of men many people to 5,000. Since this is the Lord your God, you fight to you. Says he promised you, be very careful therefore to love the Lord your God. If you turn back and cling to the remnant of these nations remain you would make marriages with them for you, so that you associate with them. And they with you know for certain that the Lord your God will no longer drag you out of these nations before you. And they shall be a snare and trap for you, a whip on your sides and thorns in your eyes, until you perish from off this good ground that the Lord your God has given you. And now I am about to go the way of all the earth, and knowing their hearts and souls all over, and not one word has failed of all these good things. The Lord your God promised continue. And it will come to pass that not one of them is failed. And have just ordained good things for the Lord your God promise continue. God say you have been fulfilled for you, so the Lord will bring upon you all the evil things, to destroy you from off this good land the Lord your God has given you. If you transgress the covenant of the Lord your God which he commanded you, and go serve other God to bow down to, and then the Lord will be kindled against you, shall perish quickly from off the good land that he has given to you. I shall gather all tribes of Israel to Shechem and some elders. The heads of the judges, officers, and they presented themselves before God. And Joshua said to all the people, thus says the Lord, the God of Israel, long ago your fathers lived beyond the earth, which Terah the father of Abraham and Nahor, they served other gods. And they took your father Abraham from beyond the river and led him through the land of Canaan. His offspring Mary gave him Isaac, and to Isaac gave Jacob and Esau. And he gave Esau the hill country state to possess, and Jacob to went down to Egypt. Mr. Mr. and played Egypt with what they did in mystery. After I brought you out, I brought your fathers from Egypt and came to sea. And the Egyptians pursued your fathers with chariots and horsemen to the Red Sea. And he cried out to the Lord. He put darkness between you and the Egyptians, and made the sea come upon them, and I saw what they did in Egypt. And he lived in the wilderness a long time. I brought you to the land that Marty lived in outside Jun. He fought with you, and I gave them into your hand. And you took possession of the land, and I destroyed them before you. And Balak's sons of Zippor came over and fought against Israel. He said and invited Balaam, the son of Beor, to curse you. I will not listen to Balaam. Indeed, he boasted, "Here I deliver you out of his hand." And he ran over Jordan and came to Jericho, and the leaders of Jericho fought against the Amorites, the Perizzites, the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Girgashites, the Hivites, and the Jebusites. And Gideon into your hand, I sent the horn up before you, which stood in the from before you. And I two came to Amorites. It's not by a sword, but I gave the land over to you, not Laban, Caesar, you are not built. And John, you eat the fruit of vineyards and olive orchards that you do not plant. And therefore faithful and servant and sincerity and faithfulness. The way the gods of your fathers served beyond the river in Egypt. Beyond the river in Egypt and serve the Lord. And if it is even nice to serve the Lord, choose this day whom you will serve, whether your God to your fathers served in the region beyond the river, or the gods of the Amorites in whose land you dwell. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord, and the people enter far be it from us that we should forsake the God. We should forsake the Lord to serve other gods. His Lord God brought us and our fathers out from the at the house of slavery, and they did those great signs outside and preserved us all the way. Now you went among the peoples through whom we passed, and the Lord drove out before us all the peoples, the Amorites who lived in the land. Therefore we also will serve the Lord, for he is our God. And just said to the people, you are not able to serve the Lord, for he is a holy God. He is just, he will not forgive the transgressions of his sins. If you forsake the Lord and serve foreign gods, then he will turn and do you harm to you, after having done you no good. Then you good. And when people said to Joshua, never will serve the Lord. And Joshua said to people, you are witnesses against one another, and against yourselves that you have chosen the Lord to serve them. And he said, we are witnesses. He said, and put away the foreign gods that are among you, and incline your heart to the Lord. Your God is, and the foreign people said to Joshua, the Lord our God we will serve. And the voice of the Lord obeyed. So Joshua made a covenant with the people that day, and made a place statutes and rules for them in Shechem. And Joshua wrote these words in the book of the Lord God. And he took a large stone and set up under the terebinth that it was by the sanctuary of the Lord. And Joshua said to all the people, behold, this stone shall be a witness against us. He has heard all the words of the Lord, whether he spoke to us. Therefore it shall be a witness against you. Should you fight with your God? So Joshua sent the people away, every man to his inheritance. And after these things, Joshua the son of the Lord died. In 110 years old, they buried him in his own inheritance at Timnath-Serah. Now which was in the hill country Ephraim, north of the mountain Gash. Israel served the Lord all the days of Joshua, and all the days of all the outward of Joshua, and then all the work the Lord did for Israel. As to the bones of Joshua, which the people Israel brought from Egypt. And they buried them in Shechem, the peaceful land that Jacob brought from the sons of Hamor, and followed Shechem for 100 pieces of money. They became inheritance of the descendants of Joseph. And Elzah son of Aaron died, and they buried him in Gibeah, the town of his son, who had been given him in the whole country of Ephraim. Judges 1-4. And after they destined Joshua the people Israel cried to the Lord, he shall go up first for us against the Canaanites to fight against them. Then the Lord said, Judah shall go. Behold, I have given the land into his hand. And Judah said to Simeon his brother, come with me into territory allotted to you and fight against the Canaanites. And I will go with you into territory allotted to you. So Simeon went out with him, and Judah went out, and the Lord gave Canaanites and Perizzites into their hand. And they defeated 10,000 of them at Bezek. They found a donkey Bezek at Bezek and fought against them, defeated Canaanites and Perizzites. The judges of Bezek fled, but they pursued and caught him and cut off his slumps and his big toes. And the judges of Bezek said, send the king to Bethlehem to the big toes cut off, whose pickups crops under my table. As I've done, so goes repay me. And I brought him to Jerusalem any time there. And the men of Judah fought against Jerusalem and captured and struck with the edges and set the city on fire. After the men of the Negev, Judah went down to fight against the Canaanites. He lived in the hill country in the Negev in the north, and Judah went against the Canaanites who lived in Hebron, and defeated C.Jun, Achim, and Talmai. And there they went against the inhabitants of Debir, and Debir was formerly Kiriath-Sepher. And Caleb said, he attacked Kiriath-Sepher and captured it, and I'll give him Achsah my daughter for a wife. Othniel, son of Kenaz, Caleb's younger brother, captured it. He gave him Achsah for his daughter for a wife. When he came to him, she asked him to ask her father for a field, and he dismounted from his donkey, and Caleb said to what do you want? He said to give you a blessing. Since you have sent me in the land, I will give you this springs of water. And Caleb gave it the upper springs and the lower springs, and the sons of the Canaanites. And Moses' father-in-law, and went out with the people of Judah and see a promise in the wilderness of Judah. He survived in the Negev and the Aaron. They wanted to feed the people, sell with the people. And Judah wanted to Simeon his brother, and to feed the Canaanites inhabitants of Fath and devoted to Shechem. So the name of the city was called Hormah. Judah also captured Gaza and with its territory, and Ashkelon with its territory. Here comes his territory, and the Lord was Jun, and took possession of the hill country. He could not drive out the inhabitants of the plain because they charged all. He even would fill the chaos message saying, he drove from the face of the Anna. And the people of Benjamin did not drive with the Jews into the Jerusalem. The Jews have lived with the people of Benjamin and Jerusalem to this day. And the house of Joseph was one out against Bethel and Lord with them. And the house of Joseph gone out Bethel. And the scholar spies for me come out saying and said to him, but he showed us the way into sin, would do kindly with you. And showed him the way into sin, he struck the man with the city with angels. So they left the man in the stand again, and went. And Mary went to land, and he left in Belsey, and called the name was. And as his name to stay, and that did not drive by the inhabitants of Bethel and his villages. All Tanakh and so his inhabitants of Dorn's villages. And Dor and the villages, the inhabitants of Iblim and his villages. But the inhabitants of Megiddo and his villages, for the Canaanites of Hessus and Dorn and the land. Israel grew strongly for the Canaanites of forced labour. They did not drive them out completely. Therefore did not drive the Canaanites who lived in Gaza. So the Canaanites lived in Gaza among them. Babylon did not drive out the inhabitants of C.Jun or the inhabitants of Hello. So the Canaanites lived among them, but became subject to forced labour. Asher did not drive out the inhabitants of Akkad, or the inhabitants of Neshtim or Asher or Alab or Actiba, or Exib or Hela, or Aphik or Rehel. So Asherites lived among the Canaanites and the inhabitants of the land, or they did not drive them. The Naphtalites did not drive out the inhabitants of Bethshemesh, or the inhabitants of Beth and Manasseh, they lived among the Canaanites. The inhabitants of the land, nevertheless, the inhabitants of Bethshemesh and Beth and Manasseh became subject to forced labour before them. And I must press the people down back into Helmet, for they did not allow them to come down to the land. And I must persist in dwelling in Mount Herod's and John and Shelby. And so, and the house of Joseph rested heavily on them. They became subject to forced labour. And the born and Amos went over the ass and the crime. I'm selling up and then into a lawman from Guild to a broken and he said, I brought you off from these and brought you into me. And I swore to you 2 fathers, saying, I will never break my covenant with thee. You shall make no covenant with the inhabitants of this land. Shall break down the altars. You not obey my voice. Let's see that down. So now I'll say, no, not over that before you. Thou shalt become thorns in your sight. And the God shall be a snare to thee. As soon as the angel of the Lord spake these words to all the people of Israel, the people lifted up their voices in them. And they called the name of that place spoke him, and they sacrificed their temple. And Joshua dismissed the people of the people of Israel, went east to his parents to take possession of the land. And people said of the Lord all the days of Joshua, and all the days I will say that with Joshua, who seen all the great works of the Lord done for Israel. And Joshua's son, and so the Lord died at the age of 10 years. They buried him within the boundaries and had Timnath Harris. They hung on to Ephraim north of the mountain of God. And all that generation also with God 10 fathers. And there arose another generation after him who did not know the Lord, the working that he had done for Israel. And people Israel did what was evil in the sight of the Lord, and served the Baals. And they abandoned the Lord, the God of their fathers, who had brought them. And out of the land each of them went after other gods, who are from among the gods of people all around them. And they bowed unto them. And they provoked the Lord to anger, and they abandoned the Lord. And they served the Baals and Ashtaroth, and so the anger of the Lord came against Israel. And he gave them over to plunderers who plundered them. They sold them into the hand of their surrounding enemies, so that they could no longer withstand their enemies. Whenever they marched out of the land, the hand of the Lord was against them for harm, as the Lord warned, and the Lord had sworn to it. They were in terrible distress. And the Lord raised up judges who saved them out of the hand of those who plundered them. They did not listen to the judges, and they whored after other gods and bowed down to them. They soon turned aside from the way in which their fathers walked. They obeyed the commandments of the Lord, and did not do so. And whenever the Lord raised up judges for them, the Lord was with the judge. He served them from the hand of their enemies all the days of the judge. While the Lord always moved to pity by the ground because of those who inflicted and oppressed them. And whenever the judge died, they turned back everyone more corrupt. And their fathers could not other gods, serving them and bowing them to them. They did not drop any practice of the stubborn ways. The anger of the Lord came against Israel, and he said, because his people transgressed my covenant, and commanded their fathers and not obeyed my laws, I will no longer drive out before them any of the nation that Joshua left when he died, in order to test Israel by them, whether they will take care to walk in the way of the Lord as their fathers did, or not. So the Lord left those nations, not driving them out quickly, he did not give them into him, Joshua. These are the nations the Lord left to test Israel by them, and they did not his own. I had not experienced all the wars in Canaan. There was only one the generation people of Israel might know war. He swore to those who did not know before these nations 5 lords of first into the Canaanites, and those sojourners who had to live in Mahaman, Baal as far as lived Hamath. He was testing Israel to know whether Israel would obey the commandments of the Lord, which he commanded their fathers by hand of Moses. So the people of Israel lived among the Canaanites, the Hittites, Amorites, Perizzites, the Hivites, and Jebusites. Their daughters took them themselves as wives, and their own daughters they gave to the slaves as they said the gods. The people of Israel did what was evil in the sight of the Lord. They forgot their Lord, they got and said their Baals and Ashtaroth. And for the anger of the Lord was kindled against Israel. He sold them into the hand of Cushi and Mesopotamian, king of Mesopotamia. And the people of Israel served Cushi and Mesopotamian 8 years, but when the people of Israel cried out to the Lord, the Lord raised up a door deliverer for the people is who saved them. Othniel, son of King, as came to him, but the Spirit of the Lord was upon him. He just so went toward him, okay, Cushan Mishstein, King Mr. Famous with him. And his hand prevailed over Cushan Mishstein. So the land had rest 40 years, and Othniel, son of King, died. And he was out again, did what was evil inside the Lord. And the Lord strengthened Eglon, king of Moab, against Israel, because they done what was evil inside the Lord. He got himself after the Malchites, and defeated Israel, and they took possession of their city upon. And the people of Israel said, Eglon, the king of Moab, 18 years. And the people of Israel cried out to the Lord, and the Lord reached out for them to deliver Ahab, son of Gad, of Benjamin, left-hand man. The people of Israel sent to Lion to Eglon, to the king of Moab. Ahab made for himself a sword to edge, keeping him like a bound on his back, and his close. And he was then the tribute to Eglon, king of Moab. Now Eglon was a very fat man. When Ahab finished spirits and the tribute, so not many people who carried the tribute, he himself turned back out of the over and said, I have a secret message for you, O king, commanded. Silence, and all his attendants went out for his prayer. He came to him as he was sitting alone in his gold roof chamber. He said, I have a message from God for you. And he rose from his seat, and he raised with the left into his sword from his right thigh, and thrust into his belly. The hilt also went in after the blow. And the fat closed over the blade, for he did not put the sword out of the belly. And the dawn came there. And Ahab went out on the porch and closed the doors of the roof chamber out behind him and locked them. And he called the servant came, and they saw the doors were locked from the roof chamber. They locked the shoulders, but leave himself in the house. In the closet of the cold chamber, and they waited till they were embarrassed. And they still not opened the doors of the roof chamber. They took the king open, and they laid the Lord dead on the floor. He was scared of the delay, and they passed beyond the islands and skipped to Sarah, and he rightly sounded the trumpet, and the hill country after him. And the people of Israel went down with him into the hill country. He said to him, Fall off, and the Lord had given you enemies, the Moabites, into your hand. They went down after him and seized the Lord, joined against the Moabites, and did not allow anyone to pass over. And killed at that time about 10,000 Moabites, all strong, able bodied men. No man escaped, and Moab subdued at the end of the Harris. And then had last him 80 years. After him was Shem, God's son, Likely killed 600 of the Philistines. Nathan also 30 years saved Israel. And the people of Israel did what was evil inside the Lord. After Ehud died, so the Lord sold them into the hand of Jabin, king of Canaan, who reigned in Hazel. The Canaan's army sister lived in Harosheth Hagolah. He who was Israel cried out to the Lord for help, and he died in the chariot eye. And he oppressed the people of Israel cruelly for the last 20 years. Now Deborah, a prophetess, the wife of Lapidoth, was judge of Israel at that time. She used to sit under the palm of Deborah, between Ramah and Bethel, and the help of Ephraim. And the people of Israel came up to her for judgment. She struck and Simon back, son of Abinor, and Keresh Naphtali, and said to him, Has not the Lord, the God of Israel, commanded you? And go gather your men at Mount Tabor, taking 10,000 the people of Naphtali and the people of Zebulun. Now Joash just about the general Jabin's army, to me by the revocation of which chariot and truth. I'll go into your hand back, said to her, Who goes with me? I'll go if you'll not go with me. No, not go. If you said, I shall go with you. Nevertheless, the road on which you are going will not lead you good. And the Lord was also into hand of one. And Deborah rose and went back to Kadesh, and Zerah called Zebulun and Naphtali and Kadesh. And 10,000 men went up at his heels, and Deborah went up with him. Now Heber the Kenite had separated from the king as the sons of Heber, and fought in the Lord place, and they pitched his tent, and fought away, so he and lived near Kadesh, and Sisera was told the barracks of the Balaam and God of Mount Tabor. Sisera called out all his chariots, 900 chariots on, and the northern men who were with him from Harosheth had gone to revocation. And Deborah stood to barak up, and this name which had line of the Sisera to him. Not the Lord go out fully. The barak went down at Mount Tabor, and with 10,000 men following him. And the Lord bowed Sisera and all his chariots and all his army fell back by the edge of the sword. And Sisera got down and chariot fled away on foot. And Barak pursued the chariots and armed Harosheth had gone. And all the army of Sisera fell by the edge of the sword. Not a man was left. Sisera fled away on foot to the tent of Jael, the wife of Heber the king. After there was peace between Jabin and King Hazel and the house of Heber the king. And Jael came out to meet Sisera and said to him, I said, my Lord, turn aside to me, do not be afraid. He turned aside to her and she covered it with the rock. He said to her, Please give me a little water to drink. And she opened the skin milk and gave him a drink and covered it. And he said to her, Stand and open the tent. If anyone comes and asks you, is anyone here? Say no. And Jael, the wife of Heber, took the tent peg and took a hammer in his hand. And she went softly to him and drove the peg into his stump until it went down to the ground while he was lying fast asleep from weariness. So then, behold, his back was pursuing Sisera. Jael went up to meet him and said to him, Come, I'll show you the man whom you seek. And so he went into a tent. And then lay Sisera down with the tent peg in his temple. On that day, God subdued Jabin the king of Canaan before the people of Israel. And he handed the people of Israel pressed hard and hard. It was Jabin the king of Canaan until they destroyed Jabin the king of Canaan. Proverbs 12. Whoever does this one loves not, he hates proof of secret. Good man takes faith from the Lord, and that you devise even death. He always starts from goodness, and the brave battle will never be near. Next one loves the crown of the husband. And the tree brings him like one of the sins of ice, both the rest of just. The counsel become deceitful, the words will become like way for blood. And I thought right there lives, and wicked out everything and unable. And as the wretch will stand, man is committed according to the good standards. When I twist my despised way too low and helps them, which probably grant me on blackbird. However, the righteous regard for life is peace, and I still could score works explain what funny bear. You false worth pursues like says rose with confessable evil out of really bright and free. If man is snapped by transgression. Others less. The righteous escapes from trouble, who is mouth and is that good, and the work of man's head comes back to the way of fools by his own nose. The wise man listen to the rest of vexation of food, no what. The pruning laws and inside the worst makes truth goes on evidence, so forth friends out to sea. As one grass was like door past the tongue of the west scheme. Two flips and jaw for over brown, long turns back for a man. Sees in the heart those to right ill, those kind peace and joy. No ill before the wretched, the wicked filled trump. Nothing is so abomination to the Lord, those act faithful as to a very man considers not, the heart of fools proclaims folly, and do to reward the slothful put to forth labor. Anxiety man's heart wisdom doubt, good will makes him glad. One of the brushes is a guide to his neighbour, the way the wicked leads astray. There is slothful not rich again, and judge him have a great precious wealth. In the path of righteousness is life, and his pathway there is no death. Psalm 79. O God, the nation have come to your house, and they defy your whole temple. They live in Jerusalem, and they have given the bodies stones to the house of faith. They are fighting faithful to be seen. They poured out their blood like water around Jerusalem. Near them there was no one to bury them. They become a 20 men, it's often divided by those men. How long will we be in your food? We will jealously burn like fire. By the anger of the nation, they did not know on the kings of Jun Family. They divide Jacob and lay waste the habitation of remember because against our home iniquity. Near compassion completely to me, so we brought a very life. How is the God of our salvation? Will God of your name deliver us in the terror for us? And they have said, why should the nation say, where is their God? They eventually outpoured blood who stands in their before the eyes. And the grown to prison come forward according to a great power, but to preserve those in shall. Return therefore until the Lapland neighbours. Towards it, with which they torn the over. We your people secret passion, good things to forever from generation to generation, who will carry your price. And as the nation knows, we will pray. Please by head, Father, now how they name. You can come and done, Thursday night. Yes, day, forgive us debtors and forgive our debtors. Yes, not to take for us, evil one, fears the kingdom, path, the glory forever. Amen. See you tomorrow. Bye.